Okay, hello YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and play a Blitz game, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing while I'm playing it, and we'll try to analyze it later. So, starts off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, so we got an Italian game. So hoping for, okay, so we're going to have a two knights defense. I'm going to play the knight g5 line. Going after that pawn, we're seeing d5. Oh boy, we're going to see a fried liver today. I'm going to sacrifice this knight and go for the attack. So we're going to play queen f3. Now the main line is king e6, which he did not play, so it's a little boring, just because, honestly, this position is just advantage white, and it's not going to be much of a fight to it. Just probably bishop c6 is fine. We do not want to allow bishop d5, so I'm going to have to take. And maybe he's got compensation here. I don't know. I have to castle. Maybe this is part of some pre-planned gambit on his part that's brilliant on a level that I don't understand. People like to play gambits. People play all kinds of gambits. I'm just going to develop. I'm going to let him perform his brilliant act, whatever it is. Oh, okay. It's looking less and less brilliant. Queen f3, because I would have done something to get my rook out before I had to move my king back. And I'm up a pawn, right? I can just take. I'm actually up 2 pawns. It's a really strong knight. I don't want to give it up for his big pawn. That was actually a decent move on his part, just kind of preventing me from improving my position in a really, really powerful way. But I'm up 2 pawns with an easily improvable position, so this shouldn't be much of a fight. And just bishop c3, focusing energy here. We're going to also just... I got all the time in the world to take this pawn, so... I can take it right away, though. It is an extra pawn. I'll take, because I want this extra pawn. We'll play rook e1 check, and then b3. So now I'm up 3 clean pawns. I mean, really, they don't even write endgame books on how to win a rook and pawn endgame with 3 extra pawns. So it's a little silly. I can't bring myself to give solid analysis of this. The whole situation is a little silly. I'm just going to improve my position, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm up 3 pawns with no weaknesses at all. I have a strong rook. He's got all his remaining pawns are actually pretty weak. Okay, he just resigned. Okay, that's helpful. So it's not. I mean, I know that some players maybe they struggle with winning endgames like this that are, but I mean, there's almost no way to go wrong here with white. I mean, you just like the slow improving moves. Just king here, king here. I mean, I can even play. I would just go after the weaknesses very slowly. I don't have to create any of my own even. That's the worst of it. Usually in endgames you at least have to create chances. Like you have to create some weaknesses by advancing your pawns or something, and that gives him an opportunity to get in, and maybe get some counterplay. But here there's no hint of that. There's no need for white to ever give black any opportunity at all. White can just continue to improve. Like, I'll just give an example here just so you can see it on the analysis board. Is, let's just say, like, gf4, gf4. I'm just going to play, like, here, here, here if he does nothing. I mean, he can always try to bring his rook out and go active this way, and maybe that's his best bet, but then I'm going to have a whole slew of connected passed pawns. So, like, if rook here, well, see, again, I don't even have to let him in. Not right away. Rook g1, and then we finally take, and then he can gain some slow counterplay somewhere. But like if king h1, we're going to play king g2, protect the pawn, and then on rook a1 we play a4. Everything is nailed down, and I've got all of these protected. These are all passed. Like we've got b, c, d, f, all passed. I only need 1. I've got 4. So I mean, it's hard to analyze this with a straight face, like from my perspective. And of course, if you keep the rook here, this is not hard. You just bring the king up and bring it to c4 and then simply capture the pawn. So, like, for example, takes, and then just say any move. I don't know, like a5. I can be lazy. Like, the computer wants to play a4. I can be very lazy. I can play king f3. allow a4. I can ignore this as well. I can play king here. They can play AB. I can play AB or A3. It doesn't matter. The assessment's all the same. King G6. I can even just play king D5 with idea king here. You know, it was to play check, but now eventually, see this pawn, now I take it. There's nothing he can do. Like, if he defends it, we just take it. Then it's 3 connected passed pawns to nothing. I mean, so the improvement plan is relatively safe for white. So it's, yeah, I mean, he was very justified in resignation. I would have resigned many, many moves ago. I mean, we can kind of go over, I guess, what went wrong here. I took here, and then this isn't much. You're not really fighting here very much. You're just giving white this pawn, and there's no clear compensation. Now, if you're going to play chess like this, if you're going to allow this sacrifice, at the very least play king e6, and try to hang on to this material. Make white prove that he knows, the theory, I guess you could call it. Make white prove that he knows his stuff. I mean, there's some trickiness here. I mean, you are still up a piece as black, so white has to prove that he has enough play to get the piece back. Now, right now, theory holds that white does have more than enough play to get the piece back or to get enough of an attack to compensate for a piece, but at least I have to prove it. So, I mean, if you're going to play knight takes d5, at the very least, when they play knight f7, king f7, queen f3, at the very least, go for it and play king e6. Because queen f6 is just, you've basically just given up. I mean, you're giving up this. You just gave up the ghost on the whole position. Well, anyways, that's. I hope you learned something about chess. Hope you found the game interesting. Hope you can use some of these ideas in your own games. Thank you very much for watching.